All right, again, welcome to another training here in the More Than Your Weight Women's community on Facebook. I am Brianna. I am your host of the More Than Your Weight podcast of this Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's community, and a health coach on a mission to help other women find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop a healthy lifestyle and habits that it goes way beyond just the number on the scale and is really about their health and well-being. That is what I do as a health coach, as a wellness advocate for doTERRA. I help women use essential oils as non-toxic solutions for their health, home, and family. So my heart is to see other women know their worth, take care of their health, find their purpose. And two of the ways that I do that is through coaching and essential oils. And so excited to be here with you for another training. And I'm just going to dive on in. Today, I wanted to kind of just personalize things a little bit. And, as we talk about planning the new year, and as I, share more about habits in the Plan Your Healthy Year series and share more about how you can use the habits tracker to track those habits. Well, I should say this Healthy Year series is about designing those habits. The tracker is about tracking them. And then my Healthy Habits Jumpstart 30-day coaching program is about getting support to implement them. Because I actually think these three steps, right? So these three things that I mentioned even on this week's podcast and last week's training about this toolkit, they all go together. All right. So we need to create and design habits that are sustainable and simple and really lay the foundation for our health and will help us, even though they might be small habits in the beginning, help us get towards our goal and sustain that result and sustain that level of success. But we need to actually then track our habits, track what's working, track what's not working, celebrate what's working and our progress, adjust what's not. And I believe trackers and the same thing you would use for like your finances, like a budget, all of that tracking helps you get that data. Without that, you really can't actually objectively say what's working, what's not working. We can subjectively say and as us as women, we're very hard on ourselves. So our subjective response is probably not always good. All right. But then I actually have had so many women that I've worked with over the last nearly 6 years who need help implementing it. Life happens, we get busy, or honestly, we lose motivation, or we feel like things aren't just as easy as we originally intended when we make those goals and plans. So there's blocks, there's obstacles, and there's barriers, and we need support to get past that. And that's why I love being a health coach and a life coach. And that's why I love the programs that I offer. And I'm really excited to bring back this 30-day program that I did at the very beginning of my business. And I've used tools from it throughout the last 6 years to support clients. But I wanted to bring this program in its full beautifulness and full entirety back to really support women to lay the right foundations and habits at the beginning of the new year. All right. And so with all of that, with these three things I have coming up, this free series next week, this tracker that you can get buy for $37 on sale right now, and then this 30-day Healthy Habits Jumpstart that honestly spots are filling. Women are saying, yes, I want to do it. So you're going to want to grab your spot. I wanted to just share a little bit about my habits, right? And I think, I have taken, I have been on this health journey for a long time. We all have, and I've had my ups and downs. And I've had my own brokenness and own struggles with food, my body, my weight, all of that. But I'm going to tell you, I 100% can guarantee you, when I shifted my mindset and focused on healthy habits, when I shifted my mindset and focused on the areas of food freedom that I often talk about in my 6-week boot camp, in my challenge, all the work that I do with clients, really looking at how I viewed my body, weight, diets, and scale, and shifted it to beliefs that support me. When I first did that and then created sustainable, healthy habits in about 6 or 7 areas and grew obviously over time in how I took care of myself in those areas, that is when I finally had found peace with my body. That is when my body got to a weight it felt good at. That's when I started seeing results in physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's when I started to feel my best. And at the end of the day, we want to take care of our body, but we want to feel good in our body. We want to feel healthy, strong, vital, energetic, and alive. And it is healthy habits that got me there, mindset and healthy habits. And so my Food Freedom Bootcamp, my Food Freedom Intensive, a lot of the work I do with client centers around mindset. But even though, I believe mindset and beliefs are the core of what we should, of anything we do, we actually need to take action. And that's where habits come in. And so that is the power of creating sustainable, simple habits. And that's why I'm bringing back my 30-day program. That's why I'm helping you plan and design your new year, and really just going to support you in the new year through these healthy habits. And so I just wanted to come and share a little bit personally about some habits that I have kind of did non-negotiable. And what I mean by that is that in certain seasons, certain days, certain whatever, you might not be able to fully execute your health plan or a particular way that you do things. So, the holidays are coming up, you might be traveling, or you might have people over, or there's just more parties, or things, your schedule's a little bit off. You might not be able to run the 5 miles that you want, or walk the 5 miles, or walk the 20 minutes, or whatever it may be. Or you might not be able to have veggies at every meal, like your original goals and habits that maybe that you're shooting for, but also that really, help keep you on the right path. But I do think we should still try to work on those habits, but we just need to make them more simpler and make the overall area and overall thing non-negotiable. And what I mean by that is there are things, again, it's the holiday season, there's a lot going on that I probably won't do as consistently, but there are certain things that I try to do daily, or if not every other day, because it makes me my best self. My mind is better, my body is better, and I just show up good for my family, for my business, for my clients, and for the things that matter in my life. Okay. And again, you could think about what your daily non-negotiable habits are. It could be weekly, it could be monthly, but I'm just going to share with you a couple of mine. But yeah, then I would love to hear what yours are. So the first is thought transformation, or this could be mindset, right? Listen, our mind is a powerful tool. Our brain is one of the most important things that we need to take care of. And often when it comes to our health, we are just trying to take care of our physical body. Our physical body is very important. We only have one, but we also only have one mind and thought. There has been a rise of normalcy around taking care of our mental health, our mindset. And I think we need to do that. And there are tons of different ways to do that, but there are tons of things that you can do where others are involved, and there's some things that you can do where you're involved. And that daily thought work is crucial to managing stress. It's crucial to personal development. It's crucial to actually accomplishing any goal that you have, because listen, our brain is set up to take care of us. So when something seems uncomfortable, or we're afraid of it, or we're afraid of failing, or we feel like we've did something and then totally ruined the rest of our results, our brain is going to tell us, don't do anything else, then just keep safe, which is sometimes okay, but sometimes not, because we need to override those thoughts when we really allow our thoughts and our mind and our beliefs to be transformed, so it's moving us forward towards the health and life we want. And so some of the ways that I do this, and I don't do every single one of these every day, but I try to do at least one of them. Journaling. Some people aren't big journalers, that's fine, but really processing. And I think for me, I love to write. And so like writing it out actually helps me see what's going on, or talking it out, right? Or speaking it out, or, and even thinking it out, I guess, or some people would say meditating, or prayer, or reading, learning. All of those things, I just really, and I think, different scriptures that talk about this, that we need to be renewed by the transforming the renewal of our mind. There's been tons of great books by really great authors and really great doctors out there, psychologists, neuropath, like all these different things, to really help us see that our thought pattern, our brain is what we call neuroplastic. Like it can change. Our thought patterns, the way that our brain fires can change. Our beliefs can change. It just takes that daily or weekly or whatever mindset work, or that thought transformation. And so I have a lot of goals. I'm an ambitious person, and I'm a 3 on the Enneagram, so I'm an achiever. And I just have a lot of things, whether it's personal, whether it's in my house, whether it's with my kids, whether it's with my, in my family, or whether it's with my business, or my own health. Like I have things that I want to go after. But sometimes my thoughts get in the way, doubt creeps in, or tiredness, or lack of motivation, all that. So doing things like journaling, visualizing, reading, talking, affirmations, learning, doing different things to transform my thoughts around my goals, fears, and successes and my health help me to move forward, even if it's not always at a pace that I think is the best, right? And so that's why mindset work is crucial, is because your beliefs drive your thoughts, drive your words and your emotions, your actions and reality. Often we're trying to change our habits and our actions without changing our thoughts. That daily mindset work is important. Do you do some sort of daily thought mindset work? Is it prayer, meditation, mindfulness, talking, affirmations, learning, reading, journaling? Let me know if you try to incorporate or want to try to incorporate some sort of work around thoughts and mindset, and what would that be? The second is movement. And I don't say exercise because I think more than trying to quote unquote fit in exercise, we need to fit in movement, where our bodies are meant to be in motion. There's so many benefits to our physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, complete holistic well-being when we move. And I mean, you can move in multiple ways. And I mentioned on my Instagram this week that just has been a crazy season. And so I haven't had intentional workouts as much as I would want, but I said, you know what, I'm going to have a set goal and I'm going to make it smaller than I think it should. So rather than 4, 5, 6 times a week, I'm going to make it 3. And then I'm just going to try to walk, clean, move, chase after my daughter, and do other things to just move my body daily to incorporate that more movement in between and even on that days. Because I know when I move, I feel better about my body. I feel better about my brain is cleared. All those great endorphins and stuff are released. Manage my stress better. I show up better for everything that I do. And so mindset and movement are too important. In some way, I'm giving you areas, but in some way, I try to do at least one thing in those areas each day if I can. And the next is nourishment. And I don't say nutrition, it's basically nutrition means to nourish. I say nourishment because I think that can come from a variety of things. And I'm talking about physical nourishment here. Water. Fundamental. Our body is a majority water. It needs water. It excretes water. It uses water to do different things. So we need to be drinking more water. And there's and I've done tons of things to help clients with that. And there's probably tons of ways that you could probably think of. But one of the ways that I kind of try to incorporate water into my daily routine is to always have a water bottle that's filled. And water bottle is easier for me because it's just, you don't have to worry about glass, and I have Tara, so I don't have to worry about her knocking it over or glass, you're breaking the glass. And actually, she loves my water bottle. She drinks water out of my water bottle too, even though she got her own, right? And so having a water bottle and always taking it with me, and one, it helps save the environment because I'm not filling up a plastic one, but it helps me get that one. I try to drink maybe 2 or 3 of those a day. Veggies and fruits, I adore them, but sometimes they're harder to get into your daily diet or daily way of eating. So I try to at least have at least one veggie or fruit at every meal. And that is isn't always perfect, but just that goal and that intention helps me get it in more often. It does take a little bit of planning. It does take a little bit of knowing how to mix and match meals and letting it not be a perfect thing. But having that goal and intention, again, helps me get it in more than not. And these are some of the areas, by the way, mindset, movement, nourishment, some of these tips that we'll cover a little bit in the Plan Your Healthy Year series, just giving you some tips around that. But then also in my Healthy Habits Jumpstart, I'll help you actually create custom ways of hitting at different habits in these areas and helping you implement them over the 30 days and beyond. All right. And then 4 is boundaries around technology and my phone. And this has to do with stress and sleep. So specifically, it's creating boundaries around my technology and phone, but it's addressing the habit or area of stress and sleep. Honestly, we're so connected, which is a gift. It's a gift that we can get in contact with people, know what's going on in their lives and communicate. But we have more access to that than we ever had before. I remember growing up and my parents had dial-up. So if I was on the computer doing something, that means they couldn't get a phone call or be on the phone. Now, we didn't really have cell phones that much back then, so you weren't on the internet long, but now it can be on our, we have both on our phones, and it can just be so easy to be instantly connected. It can be so easy to constantly be checking social media or emails. And that could honestly create more stress, because you might look at a situation online and you're like, this person might have a perfect life, or, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this, or you check an email and you're just suddenly stressed about it. And this isn't very important around sleep, because if we're constantly checking technology or checking, having input into our lives or in our brain closely around sleep, it impacts our quality of sleep, particularly the light and the stimulation of our brain, but it also impacts just quantity and just like our mindset and ability to actually calm our body and our mind. And so practically how I do this is I definitely have the feature on my phone where it winds down an hour before bed, meaning like it goes on do not disturb, which is amazing. Sometimes I have to check it during that, but I just love that I don't get to see messages or anything. Now that I have I bought an alarm clock, simple alarm clock, because I found that especially when I had my daughter, I was just checking my phone to track her feedings and all that all the time. But then I was just like going on Amazon or going on email and just checking, and I was just constantly awake, and I just put myself down a rabbit hole. Now it's like, okay, well, this is an alarm clock. It's going to tell you what time it is, and it's going to wake you up. So perfect. So my phone actually, my husband actually keeps his phone in his desk in a room, but he's way better at not checking it than me. So I actually keep my phone out in the living room, and I use my alarm clock at night. And I don't check my phone when it goes in that do not disturb, and it just stays out there till the morning. That helps me. I try to delete social media apps off my phone and only download them when I want to check them. I try to check social media as much as I can from my laptop, but if I'm on my phone, I have to reinstall it each time, which this may seem like a hassle, but sometimes it makes me think twice versus clicking and opening it and immediately have access to it. I don't need to be checking it multiple times a day. Okay, so, and maybe that's your case, and maybe this isn't a problem for you, but maybe some sort of technological thing, or you need to create a boundary around something that may be not helping you practice stress management as much, or maybe not helping you get good quality sleep. All right. So one was I do some stuff around mindset and thought transformation. Try to either read something each day, listen to a podcast, journal, use affirmations, movement, try to move intentionally in some way, whether it's doing stuff around the house with my daughter or getting in workouts. Nourishment, try to drink a certain amount of water each day, have a veggie and fruit at every meal. Boundaries around technology and my phone, which is again the stress and sleep area, just trying to cut down my usage of my phone, especially in the night and during the day, through deleting social media apps, through not always having my phone on me. And I've had a couple different smartwatches throughout the years. I took away notifications on my watch. Some people enjoy it. It's just not good for me. I'll be doing something, and then here's getting a phone call or getting a text, and I could check that later when I'm by my phone, right? So that just helps me having certain boundaries around communication, basically, and input. And then the fifth is reducing toxic load. And this is something that I have learned a lot about, particularly in the last 6 years, as I have just been in the health industry, as well as have been helping women use essential oils, is that we are just exposed to a lot of synthetic chemicals in a lot of our personal care products, cleaning, hair, skin, all of those different things. And we honestly don't think it's bad because things smell good. But honestly, those fragrances or parabens or those different things that make things smell good could have just harmful things, be harmful to our hormones and our body over time. It's the low dosage over time. And so one of the ways that I have reduced my toxic load in my personal care and cleaning products is by using doTERRA essential oils. And I'm happy to talk more about that if that's something you're interested in. I love supporting women and using them, sharing them with others too. But it started for me slowly when I started learning about that. I just started at first using just coconut oil on my skin and hair. That was my lotion, that was my moisturizer. And I started learning more about oils. I would add certain oils, essential oils like frankincense, that was really great for your skin, lavender, tea tree, helichrysum, myrrh, rose, a lot of these ones that are really great for the skin, and added them in. But then also doing do-it-yourself versions, but also using doTERRA's products to replace my shampoo and hair conditioner, to now using this beautiful and effective cleaning line that they have really did a lot of work around. So a lot of my dishes, my hand soap, what I clean with on my surfaces is just, it's like you basically 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. You know, even such thing as boosting our immune system, there's different essential oils to do that. So when my husband or me or my kid is not feeling that well, it's like our first line of defense is using a lot of oils to support us. And we try to be proactive with that, but also they're really great reactive tools. At night, using essential oils to help calm our bodies and our minds. And there's so many ways. And I mean, you name the area, even all these other habits, nutrition, exercise, stress and sleep, like mindset, emotional health. There are tons of essential oils that can actually help in all of those areas and help you further implement the goals that you have in those areas. And that's actually why for my Healthy Jumpstart program, I'm kind of combining both loves, health coaching and oils, where each week we're going to be going through actually, let's see, each week we go through all these areas that I actually mentioned, like mindset. First week we're going to, I think it's nutrition, and then movement, and then stress and sleep, and I think mindset too. And then each week I'm going to kind of just do a bonus training around how particular essential oils and wellness products that I've used throughout the years can help support and supplement your work in that area. You don't have to buy the oils. It's just a pure education. To really just show that, like, yes, we need to change our habits, but there are great tools that we can use to help us as we do that. All right. So to summarize, like each day I'm trying to do work in, and honestly, those are 6 of the 7 areas that I usually teach women in habits. Digestion is I like to separate that sometimes from nourishment, or sometimes I combine it, but mindset, movement, nutrition, stress, sleep, and toxic load. And those areas, I'm telling you, I've done a lot of research throughout the years where honestly, no matter what health condition you have, most functional health practitioners are going to recommend you do some work in those 6 to 7 areas of health. What you may do may differ depending on your health situation, but those are areas you need to work on for sure. We all do. Okay, because just like how our body works together, like all these different systems in our body, excretion, circulatory, respiratory, all of these work together. So if you're not eating nutritiously on a normal basis, that's going to impact your movement and your recovery. That's going to impact your stress. That's going to impact your sleep. And most likely there's preservatives in some of those things. So it's going to impact your toxic load, right? So they're all connected. And what I want to do, particularly through the 30-day program coming up, is to really help guide you into what is 1, 2, or maybe max 3 things you need to implement in that area and help you move past any barriers that maybe prevent you from implementing that area, right? So those are my 5 kind of non-negotiable habits / areas that I really work on throughout, try to do daily, weekly, monthly. What are yours? Now you can pick one of those. You can pick one habit. Like, I mean, 5 might be a lot for you in this season, but maybe pick 1 or 2. Like, what is 1 to 2 habit you need to do each day? Maybe it's water for you. Maybe it's getting a certain amount of sleep. Maybe it's cutting out technology after a certain time. Let me know, what is it for you? What's a non-negotiable healthy habit that you can start incorporating into your routine this upcoming week? And I would love to hear from you, whether you're listening later or watching later. Just let me know. I love hearing how, because I think everyone does things differently. And I love just hearing how people are customizing that towards their lives. All right. So to wrap up, I just wanted to reiterate that there's 3 ways that I can help you with healthy habits this month and next month. The first is my Plan Your Healthy Year series. This is a series, a 5-part series starting next Monday, the 13th. Well, if you're listening, I think I'm going to put this on the podcast later. It's happening this week. Then if you're listening then, where I'm just going to lead you through reflecting, planning, mindset, meal, and habits. Each day we're going to talk about one of those and really just give you some tips, some ideas, and help you work through how to create your own plan for the year, particularly for your health. We plan for a lot of things, but then it comes to the new year, we just make these resolutions without thinking about Are they doable? Are they actually in line with my values and my priorities and my goals, with what age I'm in, what season of life I'm in? And I really want to help you think through that. So the series will be delivered live. You'll get every morning, you'll get an email with a worksheet that you can grab and download from my database. And then I will do the training live. And even if you're not on Facebook, because the trainings will be live in the More Than Your Weight Women's community, the replay will be uploaded in max 12 hours from then. So you can still kind of go along each day. I'll be going live, I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's 11 a.m. Eastern. And I think Tuesday, Thursday, it's 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So you're going to want to join that series. Next is, there's a great tool that I put together at the beginning of the year, a tool I've been using with my clients in different ways to help you. Okay, so the first part's designing, and then to help you track. Plan your healthy year will help you design your healthy year. And then the More Than Your Weight Habits Tracker will actually help you track it. And it's just a space where the food journal part is a space if you've been wondering what's causing cravings for you, what may be triggering eating or overeating or undereating, what foods may be causing your body digestive distress or just not helping your body do well. The food journal portion is going to really help you track emotionally and physically how you respond to food and without food, I guess. And then the habits tracker portion is where I really teach you how, in this tracker, to teach you how to create small incremental changes by one habit. So maybe you want to exercise more, but how do we start small? And then you can increase it over time and to track your progress while doing that so you can celebrate that you're making headway, right? And then figure out what's working, what's not working, and that tracker will help you do that. And then third is the one I think everyone should do, is the Healthy Habits Jumpstart program, where I'm going to help you implement this. So you see, if you create a plan, you even track it, but life comes up, there's barriers, there's obstacles, there's lack of motivation, there's mindset, there's a lot of things that happen. Or maybe you've tried, maybe you're creating the same goals, but it just seems like there's something missing. And I am bringing you a high level coaching program for the most affordable way to work with me right now. In this Healthy Jumpstart, you are going to create simple, sustainable, enjoyable habits so that you can break free from the yo-yo diets and ups and downs that come with a quick fix program. Love and take care of your body through sustainable habits, have a coaching community to support you, and get a lot of different resources to help you do that. There will be weekly group coaching calls, weekly mini trainings and worksheet. The food journal and habits tracker is included. So if you do sign up from the program from now, which the registration is open now, you could get that food journal and habits tracker, or you could buy it for $37. It's up to you. Private Facebook group support. There's a Jumpstart toolkit with tons of different things, a measurements tracker for those who want to track that, meal planning, exercise planning, worksheets, meal, juice, smoothie ideas, snack ideas, self-care idea, exercise plans, and more. We're going to cover similar habits that I've just mentioned. We're going to cover grace-filled planning, diet-free eating, joyful movement, deep breaths and rest, that's the stress and sleep, and then mindset, think positively. You'll also get, again, that bonus series, Creating Daily Habits with Essential Oils. You'll get my Healthy New Year Summit I did at the beginning of the year with my great friend Anya Perry, with like 30 plus talks and resources to help you in these areas as well. So additional bonus material. And when you sign up Early Bird, you will save 20. So Early Bird is to the 14th of January, but because I understand some people so that's a month away, right? And so you might be like, I'll wait. But trust me, once the end of next week comes, the last 2 weeks of the year, you're going to be holiday mode. And then the first week of the year, you're going to be like getting back into the swing of things. So that leaves 1 week to see if there's still a spot left, right? Because I do have limited spots because I want this to be an intimate group. Because there is a lot of like coaching and a lot of me time in it. And I want to be able to offer that in a really intentional way to a small group of women. So when you sign up early from Early Bird, you'll save 25% on the overall cost of the program. Plus you'll get a bonus one-on-one session with me that you can use before. Like if you sign up now and you want to use it in December because you want to like just get a jump start on how to be healthy in the holidays, you can use it now. If you want to use it before the program kicks off, because it kicks off on the 24th of January, you can use it then, or you can use it during the program. It's just a space for you to get one-on-one support, all right? And the value, I mean, you're saving a lot of money when you get the early bird price, but also the value of the call. You're getting a lot of great value through this whole entire program. All right, so if this is something that you are interested in, I have the PDF with all the details below. Has some frequently asked questions in there, everything I mentioned, plus client testimonials in there, and all the details are in there. If you're like, Bree, sign me up now, you can feel free to message me on Facebook or Instagram or email me. We can talk through it, and I could send you the link to sign up, but in the PDF is a link to book a call. The reason why I put that instead of just sign up there is because I do want to talk with the people who are interested in, even if it's through a message, doesn't have to be on the phone. But I think often you get a lot of clarity. That's why I call book a clarity call, and to see if it's a good fit for you. Something else might be a good fit for you. Something else that I offer, something else I don't offer, right? So if that's you, and if you get like a heck yes, I want to do this, this feels right, then definitely reach out to me and I'll send you the link to sign up. But if you're just kind of have some questions, just want some clarity, want to figure out what support you really need, then I would suggest booking a call soon. Even if you just I would book the call this month. I have some spots open the last week of December, I believe, to really just talk and say, hey, is this a great fit for me? Okay. So just remember, even though early bird price and bonuses end January 14th for this, first come, first serve. All right. So those are the 3 tools I have for you to really help you create your non-negotiable healthy habits that you can do all year round, that you can do whether it's the holiday season, whether it's summer, whether it's Easter, whether it's just an everyday month or everyday week, right? I just think that they need to be altered and tweaked a little bit, but I think the overall areas and the overall habits should probably stay the same in some ways. Okay. So that's it from me. If you're watching live or you're watching the replay, feel free to let me know your questions in the comments. And I can't wait to support you through one of these 3 things, right? Through the Healthy Year series, where you're going to get me live every day for 5 days, be kind of coaching you and supporting you. You can grab the tracker if you want to kind of do it yourself approach, watch the series and you just want to go off on your own. But if you really know that you've tried it all and you really need space to kind of get support in it, just check out the details for the Healthy Habits Jumpstart and reach out to me. I would love to just talk with you, whether it's, again, through message or on the phone or through Zoom, to see if it's a fit for you. All right, that's it from me. Grateful for you all, and I will talk to you later.